Hello, my friends. You are in the Garden of Civility. You have left the United States and entered the Garden of Civility.
The Garden of Civility is a wholly owned subsidiary of Perry-Logan Enterprises Incorporated. A wholly owned subsidiary of none whatsoever.
You are in the Garden of Civility. You have struggled and fought your way up the Himalayas. Despite the fact that all the glaciers in the Himalayas are melting due to global warming. You have fought and clawed your way, ragged and naked, to the top of the Himalayas, where you hope to meet the Buddha himself. Some kind of manifestation of the Buddha himself. It's possible you're having a dream. It's possible you'll wake up in the pre-show area. You know how it goes. You have fought your way, defying death at every turn, and reached the top of the Himalayas, and have arrived in the Garden of Civility, where, okay, would you stop looking at the fish? Okay, would stop looking at the fish. Where, hidden and disguised as a beautiful garden ornament, is the Buddha himself, here to answer your spiritual questions. Hey kid, this is the Buddha. No, 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 this is the Buddha. Just playing with you, kid. This is the Buddha. What would you like to know?
You know, I'm a little tired from fighting my way up to the, up here to the, Oh, you know, Mr. Buddha, I'm a little tired and hungry, not to mention thirsty, and exhausted and bleeding from climbing all the way up the Himalayas here to the beautiful Garden of Civility.
Ask your question, kid. You've got only one shot before we throw you off the mountain.
Okay, I didn't know. Mr. Buddha, what is the premise behind the Perry-Logan show? There's a show called the Perry-Logan Show, which a guy called Perry Logan does, and he acts very crazy, I was wondering if you know why. I mean, what's the premise there? Why is he doing that?
Wait a minute. You fought your way here up the Himalayas through wind, snow, sleet, and all kinds of crappy weather, not to mention the fact that glaciers are melting because of global warming. And have reached here in the Garden of Civility, and all you want to know is what's the premise to this Perry-Logan show?
Well, yes, Mr. Buddha, I was very curious about that. I was wondering if you could enlighten us before throwing us off the mountain and starting another Perry-Logan show greater than ever called To Hell with Civility.
Okay, let's just watch our language, all right? Anyway, all right, the premise of the Perry-Logan show, you can believe me because I'm the Buddha. The premise of the show is that Perry wanted to act as crazy as a right-winger. That's it. That's the premise. Perry said to himself, hey, right-wingers are having all the fun. Right-wingers are acting really, really crazy. And the crazier they are, the better they seem to do. Just look at Glenn Beck. Okay? Look at Glenn Beck, or better yet, avert your eyes and visualize Glenn Beck naked. Okay, now visualize Rush Limbaugh naked. Okay, now you're grossed out. Here we go. Hey, calm down. You were hallucinating. There's no air up here, you know. Oh, calm down. It's going to be okay. That was the premise in answer to your query, O seeker of truth, is that the premise was to act as crazy as a right-winger, and almost nobody has gotten that. Does this answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Very good. We're going to throw you off the mountain now. Goodbye.
Well, thank you. Whoa!
I'm falling! I'm falling! This must be a dream! Please let this be a dream! Please let me wake up in the black and white security of the pre-show area!
Excuse me, sir? Madam? Please, please, please stop screaming or I'm going to have to stun you. Hi, you are lying upside down, naked, in the pre-show area, and I, for one, would like to thank you. Oh, come on now. Come on now, I'm just pulling your leg. Let's just straighten you out here. Hi. Yeah, this is the pre-show area, and it looks like you may have been having one of those dreams of falling that we've all had once in a while, and that would explain a little bit of that's all right, again, you're the one who's out of line. Okay, this is the pre-show area, you know, no color, no audience. You get it, you know this. And this is the Acme 9000 Wind Stunner. You see, I am the Civility Police. Hi, Civility Police here. And we are living in a tragic time. It's a tragic time. Representative Gabrielle Giffords is fighting for her life. And I guess you would have to say this is a show where we are laughing through our tears. Well, aren't we always laughing through our tears? You can put some clothes on, but you don't have to. No, you don't have to. Okay. Hey, look, I got the script to this show, and this is going to be, I don't know, the greatest thing since Shakespeare. Okay, I don't think it would be hyperbole to say that to hell with civility. The greatest thing since Shakespeare, at least if they stick to the bloody script. You know, sometimes they don't. In any case, and all kidding aside, it's to hell with civility. Now, what could Perry mean? Here's the situation. The topics that came up with this tragedy of Representative Giffords being shot by a crazy guy. To make a long story short, it looks like she was shot by a crazy guy, possibly influenced by 24-hour, round-the-clock, week-long, day in, day out, no holiday, right-wing smearing and slander of all things liberal. Just a possibility. And yet, with stunning chutzpah, the right-wing chutzpah, they say, hey, it's equivalent. So there's a false equivalency thing, That's what they call it. Is that cool? False equivalency thing going on in the media. To wit, is that the left are as bad as the right, and while I do see things from my leftward perspective, I'm pretty sure that no right-winger would last 5 minutes listening to the non-stop drivel about them that we hear, that liberals hear. This is something you have to be an outspoken liberal, I think, to know. Outspoken liberals, outspoken Democrats, outspoken progressives, socialists, heaven forbid communists, all our brothers and sisters of the left. If they're outspoken, there's some danger there, and there's just no two ways about it. Kind of amazing that the right are the ones who promulgated all these guns. You know, the right promulgate the guns, the left, when they have a spine, oppose the promulgation, proliferation of guns, and then the right practice the incontinent rhetoric. I've been listening for 2 years, every voice on the left. Most voices, many voices of the left have been saying for 2 years, hey, try not threatening liberals for a couple of hours and see if you don't feel better. I'm sure the majority of Americans would. You see? You know, this would be devolving on Perry's theory, kind of behind everything Perry Logan says, is the interesting and non-corporate view that America is a truly lefty, progressive country. And Perry points to Social Security. I've heard him do this. You may have heard him do this. That if America were a center-right country, we wouldn't have Social Security. See that? Here, let's put this up. Yeah. In addition to being the civility police, I put some of Perry's apothegms up, and there you have one, you see. Here, that's it. Okay, that's an apothem. You can write these down. Or have tattoos across your forehead saying these things. Hey, you like that? Here's another one. There you go. This one reads, you can have a tattoo of this, write it down, memorize it. It's important truth. Another Perry Logan apothem. To wit, the right wouldn't last 5 minutes under the barrage of hatred that the left endure, that the left in the U.S. endure. Could you write faster, please? You know, it's not easy to keep these bloody little signs up with this bloody software that Perry's bloody editor, who won't listen to anybody, who is, in case you hadn't noticed, Perry Logan's editor is insane! Welcome to Austin's beloved Perry Logan in To Hell with Civility, where Perry points out that if we got rid of the guns, the right could be as uncivil as they want. And since they're going to be uncivil anyway, let's just start confiscating guns. Go!
This episode of The Perry Logan Show is brought to you by the Acme 9000 Wing Stunner. The Acme 9000 Winger Stunner, or Wing Stunner, stuns right-wingers for a couple of hours. It shuts them up for a couple of hours. That means that with the use of this useful device, we can temporarily stop your average right-winger from talking about guns all the time and shooting liberals with guns and shoot, gun, shoot. Second Amendment solution, for God's sake, right-wingers. What does it take to shut you up?
What does it take to shut you up, you wingers? What does it take to shut you up, you wingers? Men and women, we have got the orders from HQ, and the orders are to hell with civility. It's January 13th, 2011. To hell with civility. We're gonna blow the right away.
To hell with civility. We're gonna blow the right away.
Feel our wrath, rightward wing nuts. Feel our wrath. It's January 13th, 2011, and for the last 2 years, almost every major voice on the political left has been saying, hey, ease off on the goddamn gun talk, right-wingers, excuse me. Hey, it's January 13th, 2011, a very dark time within dark times. To place this for you in history, I regret to say that even as I speak, Representative Gabrielle Giffords is fighting for her life. That's where this show comes from, even as I speak. She's fighting for her life, and it has brought up in gangbusters several basic issues of our culture right now, chiefly guns, and perhaps even more than guns, oddly enough, civil discourse. Oh, yes. Well, here's my answer to civil discourse. This is a stun gun. It will shut the right up for a couple of hours, okay? That's what this is, in case you're wondering the fantasy is. This is a stun gun, and it works only on, well, let's just say it only works on verbally incontinent right-wingers. Okay, axiom number 1 of this show,
the right are verbally incontinent. They pretty much can't help themselves. When I say to hell with civility, that's pretty much what's going on down in the amygdala of the right. Down in the amygdala of the right, in there are the fear centers, which are extra large in the right. Not a joke. The amygdala, the fear center, the emotion centers of the brains are bigger in right-wingers. That's why they're the ones who are obsessive about guns. And it really cheeses me. See, we're talking about a tragedy, yet another crazy guy, yet another crazy guy, possibly influenced by, oh, I don't know, talk about guns 24/7 by every unstable white guy in the bloody universe? Oh, how could that lead anyone to violence? Let's put it this way. To be a lefty in the United States is to hear yourself, your friends, your family, and your leaders badmouth and threaten 24/7. Hell, the right wouldn't last 5 minutes of that. To hell with civility. Hey, to heck with civility. That is just to mask the problem that you see, the guy couldn't have done it if we just get rid of the bloody guns. Hey, there you have it, you see. Part of the peculiarity of our culture is that the real debate was masked by another debate, which has relevance. Okay. The real debate was, let's get rid of the bloody guns. Let's crack down on the guns. Now that's what real progressives would be saying. But in the U.S., the progressives have been watered down, weakened, emasculated, guarded, if you will. I think the progs, and I love my fellow U.S. progs, but they've been weakened. Gilded! They've been weakened. Well, they're only human. They've been weakened by non-stop right-wing propaganda about guns. So the progs are not fighting very hard to talk about what we should be really talking about is, let's get those guns out of the hands of the crazy white guys who are causing all the mayhem. It's a sociological, bloody, public health situation. That's all there is to it.
This is Perry's mom, Flossie Logan. Hello, this is Perry's mom, Flossie Logan. Hello, hello, hello. If Perry is worth a damn, it's all because of me. Me and Jonathan. But in all seriousness, this is Flossie Logan saying to H-E double hockey sticks, to H-E double hockey sticks with civility. Yes, I agree, like my prodigal son Perry, that that civility, the issue. Okay, I'll start over. You see, I, Flossie Logan, agree with my son Perry that the issue of civility is merely masking the issue of guns. Too damn many guns. To hell with civility. Let's get rid of the guns. And like Perry, I believe the progressives in the U.S. I love them. They're good people. But they may have been, I don't know, somewhat gelded or emasculated or I don't know, castrated or any number of disturbing metaphors for, well, they may have been brainwashed, okay, by the incessant drone of right-wing propaganda. Pro-gun propaganda. We've all heard it a zillion times. Why, didn't you know? Guns are as nurturing as mother's milk. Guns reduce crime. Counter to all rational expectation. Contrary to all common sense, which would say that the distribution of large numbers of deadly firearms in a teeming, unstable, interdependent, highly technological, highly populated civilization is going to improve the public health. And I, Perry Logan's mom, Flossie, who take no responsibility for anything my son might say, and I, Perry Logan's mom, Flossie, believe that all that right-wing pro-gun propaganda has somewhat gilded the left in America, to speak plainly. Hey, it's somewhat gilded the left in America, all right? All right, to hell with civility. We've got to blow the right away. Oh, no, nobody has to blow anybody away. I get in trouble. Well, that's what's going down. Everybody's talking about guns, and me and my son Perry have laughed and laughed as we observed that for the last 2 years, every significant voice on the left has been saying, hey, right-wingers, will you stop with the gun this, gun that, Second Amendment solution this, bloody stocking up on bloody guns, bloody liberal hunting license, bloody, will you guys go screw yourselves? Sorry. All right. Every left-wing voice has been saying and warning against trouble. Then we got trouble. Oh, to hell with civility. There's too many guns. Hi, this is Flossie Logan. Here for the new Acme right-wing stun gun. Hey, if you want to defend yourself, get a goddamn stun gun, okay? Hey, if you want to defend yourself, get a right-wing stun gun. Okay, and you can hunt. Okay, you can hunt if the animal shoots first, okay? You can hunt. You bloody hunter, I love you. But if the animal shoots first, okay. Now, here I am with the my answer to the to the calls for civility. Oh, no, you don't. We know the right aren't going to get civil anytime soon. We need a stun gun to shut the ride up for a couple hours. Think about it, okay? All right, now, Perry, where are you, little mister? I know you've been screwing around. I know you've been telling the people of Austin all kinds of incendiary things. Where are you, little rascal? This is your mother. This is your mother, Perry Logan. This is Flossie coming after you. Flossie! Ha ha! Just kidding.
And now another episode of Wing Stunner, starring Perry Logan. To hell with civility. I see you made it through the fog. Stop giggling, man. That could cost you, like, I could have stunned you with my Wing Stunner 9000. Of my Acme Wing Stunner 9000, the imaginary sponsor of this Perry Logan show. Check it out. Oh, it stuns many people. Gabrielle Giffords is fighting for her life. Shot with a real gun by a real crazy guy, possibly influenced by, oh, I don't know, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month, 12 months a year of gun, and a gunna coming from the right. Hardly a responsible voice on the left has failed to say over the past 2 years, hey, could you guys stop talking about guns for 5 bloody minutes? Or we're going to stun you. That's the premise. Or we're going to stun you with the imaginary Acme 9000, baby. Hey, shuts up right-wingers for a couple of hours, makes us all feel better. Hey, I think it would make us all feel better if we could shut the right up for a couple hours. Just a suggestion.